But we are just incredibly lucky to have Chris Gales with us tonight, a fantastic musician. Memphis, Beale Street, and music. Like you can't get much better than that. And I think music is back on Beale Street. We'll find out in just a couple of minutes from our friend Chris. And let's talk about Scooch Case, right? You're like, why would we want to talk about that? Because Scooch Case, they are a sponsor of the Red Back Live, all of our shows. All right. So Scooch Case, they make a really nice case. I've dropped my phone. Hey, Trevor, the ambassador, what is up, buddy? Good to see you. So this is the back of the case. You snap that like that, and boom, look at that. Now you got a handy little thing to hold it. Look at that. It's a nice case, well made, right? And you can then balance it, in the landscape and the portrait position, all that fancy stuff. Snap it back, and you're good to go. Ooh, and careful. Don't do the emergency calling thing. So that's Scooch Case, and it's made in China. Actually, it's made in Japan, China and Japan. But they're out of Indiana. It's a great little company in Carmel, Indiana, if I remember right. A little suburban town there in Indianapolis. I was just telling Chris about the tongue-tying problems with my delay here on Bluetooth. So there's that, Bill. And we're going to just see a quick little video from my friend, Olivia Robinson. And Olivia's going to let you know a little bit about what this program is doing for her and her mission to keep dollars in the Black community longer than one transaction. And Liv is a big friend of the show and a great friend of mine.
Hey, it's Olivia Robinson from Black Dollar. I've been so appreciative of Revolution and his platforms. They've really helped my brand by putting me on a platform in front of other people who I might not have interacted with, and it has helped me to grow my audience. But it's also connecting me with people who have been able to really benefit from what I do, and also I've been able to help them as well. Without Revolution making that connection, I wouldn't have been able to do that. So I'm so grateful for what he does and how consistent he is with reaching out and following up and keeping everyone connected with him. He doesn't just hit you up and you help him out with a show and that's it. He stays connected. He builds that relationship.
Yep, that's my friend Olivia Robinson. Look, we need more Olivia Robinsons. We need more of them on the show, and I need your support if we're going to keep this great thing going. All right, so that's Olivia Robinson, and check her out at the Black Dollar app. So it's a Black Dollar app on what is that? Google has one, but then of course everybody knows the one for iOS, right? But yeah, I think Google has one of those Play stores or something where you can get stuff. I heard about that. Anyway, get those download that app. She's doing a great job, and I'm just so happy to be a part of that. Whoa, there you go, Chris Gales. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And speaking of Chris Gales, wow, hey, way to buy your way in, buddy.
Coffee in the green room, man.
Yeah, no coffee in the green room, and you don't get to be on the show until you buy me a cup of coffee. I like that. Thank you, sir. That is much appreciated. Trevor, it is just great to see you, and I think Trevor knows everybody in music on the planet. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure he does. Every music streamer there is, I think Trevor knows.
Yeah, he does. In fact, if I see Trevor is watching a broadcast or something, I just jump in because I know it's going to be somebody good. And he's got a couple of folks that I know hey, Kizzy, he's got a couple of folks that I know he supports that, I haven't had much luck getting him on the show for whatever reason. So I'm going to be like, I'm going to have to get him on the job, So right. I'll be hitting you up, buddy. So Chris Gales, I hope you're in Memphis right now, right?
Actually, I'm in South Haven, Mississippi.
See?
South Haven, Mississippi. That's the town in That's the town in Mississippi. That's really adjacent to
To
Memphis.
Memphis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're stone throw.
Um, so at least you're close to Memphis.
Yes,
Yeah. The spirit of Memphis. How long have you been in the spirit of Memphis area there?
48 years, all my
40,
life. I was born in
48
Memphis.
years?
Hmm.
Holy crap. You, where were you born?
I was born in Methodist on Union Avenue in Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, that's good because like uh my son, well, there's a crazy story about making sure my son is born in Chicago, but it almost turned out he was going to be born in the suburbs. I'm like, no, he'll be born on the street right here in Chicago. If that has to happen, I'm not having my son not born in the city of Chicago. And I know that's such a funny thing, but like he might want to be mayor someday, or like Chris Gales, Mr. Beale Street, Mr. Memphis. Yeah, but he's from the suburbs, so no, he's the real deal. He's from Memphis, and
Man, Mr. Bill Street. That's just so weird because I'm just a tadpole on Bill Street when it comes right down to it. To be honest with you, man, there's
oh
just so many wonderful musicians on Bill Street, and it's like, I guess since
well,
I'm
it doesn't mean that they can't be Mr. or Ms. or Miss. However they identify as Beale Streets themselves. I'm certainly always open to being able to give compliments and praise to everybody that's working down there on Beale Street. You are personally the only musician I know that does work on Beale Street. So to me, you're Mr. Beale Street. So,
gotcha.
man, how could you be born in Memphis and not become a musician? That's probably the question, right? I mean,
Honest,
it's just,
honestly, man, how can you not be born in this area and not be born? Because it goes all the way down to the Delta.
of course, right,
Yeah.
right. I mean, roots of pretty much anything you hear um, musically, prior to maybe the 1920s, has got its, roots in everything we've got today. The blues and um, everything coming out of the South that is infused in rock and roll, hip hop, pop. It's all
Mhm.
there. So it's kind of like a mecca, I think, for music there, Memphis.
Memphis is the Mecca. The reason why in this area is Memphis was so huge because of the cotton trade in the river, and it was a huge trading deal. In fact, I think right now all the cotton in the U.S. comes through Memphis to be graded. I think that's the way it
Still.
rolls now. Still,
Mm.
yeah, samples are sent to Memphis to be graded, and it was huge industry, and this is where all the money was.
Hmm.
So that's why the musicians would migrate here to play the venues and stuff to play for the money. So I think that's the way it all went down. That's why Memphis became the mecca that it is.
Well, you got the bug like when you were how old? Like how well? Actually, how old were you when you decided that you were going to become a professional musician?
When I was going to become a professional musician, honestly, man, I don't see a time that I wasn't going to be involved in music in some way. My dad was a gospel disc jockey growing up, and he also performed in gospel groups around the Memphis area. Um, and I remember trying to when they would he'd bring a guitar home or something from one of his bandmates, and I would sneak and try to play it. And I'd always sit in front of the TV with a broom in my hand, pretending to play it. Good old Sears Roebuck, that first guitar that you could never keep in tune, and playing on it. I've always loved the guitar, and I've always loved music. Always. I can't tell you a time when I didn't. When I
Well, if you got a musical family like that, it's just in your life. I think about I think about a lot, with my kids, like, you know, remember to emphasize this too, right? Because it's something that I might not be about, but it's something, they could be in. So because we'd really become so much uh, a part of, where we are, what our parents are, and all of those things. So pretty
Mhm.
cool to have music in your blood like that. And I got to imagine it's pretty deep down in your soul too.
Definitely, definitely, it is definitely a part of me. Yeah, it is. It's a huge part of me. And if I can't, if for whatever reason I can't do it, I just don't know what I don't know where I would be if it wasn't for music,
Mm.
and I don't know what would happen if I couldn't do it anymore. So
Um, that's an interesting thought there. I don't know where I would be without music, and without having to, explore it in any depth. I can imagine that music has been, you know, has saved, has redeemed, has, you know, enlightened and rejoiced, and, lifted, and, just all kinds of different things that music does and affects in your life. And it's probably so intertwined, you couldn't separate it if you wanted to.
I cannot, I cannot. Um, what was it? August Rush, was that the movie that was all about music, where the little boy, his mom and dad got back together because of his music or something to that effect?
Hmm.
But anyway, my life is so intertwined with music. Pretty much every major person in my life has been because of music. I got my job when I even my job with UPS. A bandmate worked at UPS, and he got me the job at UPS, which, I did that for 15 years.
Hmm.
That was what put the food on the table. The music was
Right.
just the guitar,
Yeah.
and was putting strings on the guitar, and just, more music gear. But at that time, but I got that job, because of music.
August Rush, says Joy. Michael Bathurst is here, telling you that shouting out that he loves you. And Neil Qualk, it's hard for me to see, is
Brother
telling you
Neil.
to preach it there. So I know most of those folks, but and welcome Neil.
Neil
So,
is a really good guitarist himself. He also is a luthier. So,
awesome.
mhm.
And he's also a what did you say?
A luthier. He
Oh, you're gonna
makes
have to tell me what
guitars.
he makes guitars.
He makes guitars.
Oh wow, that's some seriously cool stuff right there. I think that Neil's going to have to come on at some point because, like, I want to know about making guitars and playing them. That would be fun. Just come hang out, Neil. You, the having music in your blood, so it was there. So I think if I feel you the way that that I know my have life has been at times, the um, the job at UPS, that was kind of like your patron, right? Because you're a musician, and you got to be your own patron.
Yes.
You got to be
Yeah.
your own patron. But you've always been a musician. I'm sure that's how you feel,
Mm.
and you've had to jump from thing to thing, but it's that consistency of music. I keep coming back to it. That's it's got to be a great guiding kind of star in your life, even.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Um, like I said, so many people um, in my life has come about because of music. It's in different situations. I mean, as far as jobs and all of that. I mean, it's all because of music. The more I think about it, the more I look at it.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have so many. I have so many memories that I can affiliate, I can tie to a song, whether it's, you know, listening to um, like a John Mellencamp song or something, at a stop sign in the middle of Indiana, cornfields, like while we're all stoned. And you know what I mean? Like I can think of that memory and the song, and it's all right there. So many places in our life we can associate those two. So, I mean, again, I keep going with this theme, but it's like, again, it'd be probably hard to find a memory in your head that didn't have some music involved in it.
Yeah, it's definitely, you've created a little soundtrack in your life.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Well, why don't we hear something instead of listening to me and you gab for 16 minutes so far? Why don't we have you play us a song, and we will be regaled by my great friend Chris Gales here and his musical talent. Take it away, my friend.
All right, man. Let's try again. Take it from the word alone. Oh, we could try, we could try, we could try. I'm singing and I'm never letting go. I know that sometimes it will be tough. Working through it, that's part of the game. We will survive, we will survive, we will survive. Now that's the object of this game called love. Get the rest of the world focus on us. Building our love, our happiness, and our trust. I love you and you love me. That is what it is, but so much more is gonna be. So what do you say to the idea of us? Oh, just trying again. Oh, just trying again. Let's just try again. Take it from a word of love. Oh, we could try, we could try, we could try. I'm saying it, I'm never letting go. I know that sometimes it will be tough. Working through it, that's part of the game. We will survive, we will survive, we will survive. Now that's the object of this game called love. our trust. I love you and you love me. That is what it is, but so much more is gonna be. So what do you say to the idea of us just trying again? Whoa, just trying again. Oh, we can try, we can try, we can try. We will survive, we will survive, we will survive. Oh, let's just try again. Try again. Try again at this game called love.
Wow. Holy Toledo. That was fantastic. Whew. Like, how do you how do you breathe after that, man? That was you were just you were just into that all the way. That is just amazing. Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
What is the what do you like more? Singing, writing, playing guitar?
Playing
Playing
guitar.
guitar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the singing thing is a necessity.
It's like shit. They want me to sing, I guess I'll sing.
Yeah, I guess I'll sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. What kind of guitar music, other kind of guitar music do you like?
Man, I love it all. I love a little bit of everything. I used to be a big, huge Joe Satriani, Steve
Oh, there you
Vai,
go.
Hendrix, of course, my cousin
Sure.
Eric. Um, gosh, man, did I say Eric Johnson?
Eric
So much.
Johnson is your cousin?
Eric Gales is my cousin.
Oh, Eric Gales.
Hmm.
The so it's like it spans just not even it's like cousins and everybody's into music.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's pretty
Even
awesome. The
even my hound dog here.
you know what? There's a I listen to pop music like always have, and I love 80s new wave and disco and punk and all those things from the 80s, and you can't not live in Chicago and like the blues.
Hmm.
So I mean, I've got a pretty good foundation of blues, and actually, I was at Buddy Guy's one night when I was in college, and we didn't have cell phones, and I'm sitting in there, and it's pretty good time, pretty good while before the show. I could have even been there for a purpose, having to do with music or something when I was in college, but anyway, I don't remember exactly why I was there as early as I was, and somebody said that Buddy was going to play tonight, and he had a guest or something. You know what I mean? Like it's just something I overheard. So I'm just sitting there again, just hanging out, whatever. And I'm not with friends or anything. So I don't. I could have been writing or something on a screenplay. Who knows why? But long story short, I'm sitting at Buddy Guy's, and then I hear that it's Eric Clapton. This is quite a bit later. And then
Wow.
I just slowly walk over to the payphone and just started calling my friends and be like, Eric Clapton's at Buddy Guy's, like, get your ass over here now.
Yeah.
And so you can have some cool shit happen to you. I worked in the music industry for quite a few years. So I've met tons of people, but yeah, Chicago and blues, it's there. So I think that's like Chicago must be like if Memphis is like the root, the foundation, and everything. I mean, Chicago's got a pretty big pillar, I think, for blues.
Yeah. Indeed. I mean, there's a definite interstate connection right there. Definitely.
A lot of blues guys come up from the South into Chicago for
Mm.
work, the Great Migration and all those things. So there's a lot of the South infused here in Chicago, and it is a great place to be, for music. Have you played up here before?
No, no, I haven't.
No,
Uh-uh.
dude. Like we gotta change that. You got to come up to
Man,
Chicago sometime.
that's one of my goals, to get out and about and try to play a few other places and introduce
Nice.
myself to some, to some different audiences.
Yeah, that would be great. They have Chris there are 77 distinct communities in Chicago. Like I'm in Andersonville, and you've got Chatham, or you have the Loop, or all these different communities, and each one of them, at a minimum, has some kind of festival every summer, and in most of them, I mean, I can't imagine there must be at least 200 like full blown, worthy of you would want to play their kind of festivals over the summer in
Yeah.
Chicago. So definitely, I don't have direct connects to playing here, but I do, I know people here. So that's another thing we should talk about, because yeah, there's so many great places to play up here that, aren't necessarily going to be, you know, just off the top of somebody's mind.
Right. Yeah, I would love to, man. I'd love to do couple of festivals. I haven't done a festival in a long time since I had a full band. Um, gosh, but I would love to do a couple of festivals.
Yeah, festival circuit is fun. I used to be an operations manager for a sound reinforcement company, so
Mhm.
that was my entry into the world of music. The what is the what is the mood in Memphis like? Um, are things open? Things have kind of been open in Tennessee way more probably than a place like Chicago, but I mean, are people out in the clubs, and are things chugging
Wi-
along now?
Wide open, man. It's wide open. They're getting adjusted. There's still some time deal that's going on right now because the bars and restaurants were, closing so early, and
Hmm.
people haven't quite made that adjustment back to later times, which is cool for me because stopping the gig at 9 o'clock is it's all right,
I mean,
but
when you're
yeah,
in your, when you get to be in your late 30s, like you are, you get tired.
man, I'm in my late 40s, man. I'm 48
I
years
know.
old.
I'm
But hey,
55, so
yeah,
I know what it's like.
yeah, we're wide open. Bill Street is kicking, and the whole I hope the whole crowd is like really appreciative now, it seems, of the musicians, very much so. And when I first started playing back out, which was in August of last year, people would come in, "Oh my God, you got live music!" And it's like, yeah, yeah, we're live today, man. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I know just from, hey, Brenda, great to see you. And
Yeah.
I know just from my friends that are actors and musicians here, um, it is, it's just such a relief to be able to be out there. And, you know, not, not that somebody that, or even me, that, that COVID affected, financially. I'm not a musician, but, my consulting, whatever. I mean, I mean, but not being able to play in front of an audience, that's like, you know, that, I mean, you just get some of your like life from that. So
Yes,
that's hard
that
not to do that.
that is true. That is true. It's a lot different. Live streaming, it helped me through that. You
Oh,
know,
yeah,
and
that's good to hear.
um, but being in front of a live audience And I believe some of my audience on here, my regulars on here, who's never seen me live,
Right.
they enjoy watching me interact with my live audience, because it's a whole nother thing. Because right now, I play that song, I can see some of the scrolling and all of that, but it's a whole different deal when you're looking at somebody patting their foot, nodding their head, or even dancing or whatever. When you're performing a tune, it makes a
Yeah.
difference. It feeds the performance.
Well, I think interestingly, I think we're going to obviously see people go back to the way things were, but there will be a percentage of people that are still going to expect this, and I think, ooh, there you drop your weed, dude. I think um, it's this is going to stick around live streaming. You know what I mean? It's here to stay, and you're going to have to find a way to probably do live gigs and live streaming. And of course, those can be done together, obviously, which is a good thing. But yeah, I don't think this is going away. And I think there's just so much that could be done with this format to promote the music. But even that feeling and feedback, um, we're not too many years away from actually, we have the technology now in a lot of ways to have a lot of kind of tactile feedback from your digital audience out there. So it'll be interesting to see how those come around, because it's a great technology, but it still doesn't have, like you said, that tapping of the foot, that the breath of the sounds of the people, the movement, the just the feeling of the room, right? I mean, what a
Right.
room feels like, and what you
Right.
need to do to get that room to feel like you would like it to feel.
Yeah, that's the truth, man. You're sitting there, and this is I used to tell Chevy Food during the whole pandemic deal that I was going to make a shirt that says I was streaming when streaming wasn't cool. um, but
I want one of those.
but but yeah, when you're there and you're on stage and you're performing for live audience, the one drawback to it is when your audience, your stream audience, because this is where you have been hired to perform. You don't want to take away from their deal, so you have to somewhat kind of ignore the especially when the audience is really attentive that you're in front of. You kind of have to ignore the streaming audience. Um, but some will understand, and others won't. They expect you to talk, and they'll talk to them, and you lose some of this over here, the streaming audience, because you're not interacting with them
Hmm.
the way they expect you to be interacting with them when you're streaming.
Right.
Um,
Oh,
but
August says streaming helped us out a lot. You guys streaming helped us out a lot here. That is um, just wonderful to hear that the kind of things that are happening on Haps, that Chris is doing, uh, are making a difference. August, those are just great words to see put together.
mhm, yeah. Um,
Neil says there's ways that it's better. Some platforms have more interactivity from the audience. I miss tapping the hearts on Periscope. Right. I've actually been on a few that are very music focused, specifically for live bands and stuff like that, and they've
mhm,
got some interesting features as well. Um, I would I would I would venture to say that those things will come along to a format like Haps too, if music really takes off here, and it sure seems to have taken off here in my
yeah.
mind. Haps, how did you find Haps? I'm guessing you were on Periscope, right?
Well, actually, I had just taken a break from Periscope for a long time, and I wanted to, but I was contracted with Livid, and I'd taken a break from Periscope for a long time, and I wasn't really into the whole. I kind of got burned out on the streaming deal, um, because I'm not a talker.
Yeah,
Believe it or not, I'm not a talker. and
I believe you.
and but but yeah, I think Bobby Bicker was the first one to say something to a couple of people for me in regards to me going back, getting on Haps. She was the first one
Hmm.
to throw something out there about Haps.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and if I'm not mistaken, maybe Neil mentioned something, or DJ Cripple E Eric mentioned something. Yeah, and then Shibby Fu said, "You should do it. I should do it. I should try to go back." And I did, and boy, I was welcomed, armed, and here I am today.
Yeah. I mean, Haps is, you know, reshaped a lot of people's lives. It is a great thing. And Mark, David, and Drew, and everybody at Haps, they've just created something magical. And it's a great place to be able to be here. Um, Neil says, wait. Sorry, August says, I usually tune into Chris on Twitch, but I'm coming over here more. Yeah. And hey, you know what? While I'm thinking about it, you can now sponsor somebody like Chris or myself. Chris would be great. Just go sponsor Chris for $5 a month. Go to his profile page, because why it's really great for you to do it now is because, like, they've taken away like a crap ton of the fees. So Chris will be getting a shit ton more of money when you
Yeah,
sponsor him. So get out there and sponsor some of these Haps folks. Buy them a coffee a month, right? $5. If you are well off, buy them 10 coffees a month. But
yeah,
the 500 coffees. But yeah, do that, folks. You can give awards to folks and buy the coins. Again, the fees have come off. So everybody here's making a little more coin with the coins. So be sure to support everybody. And if you're watching this on replay, Chris Gales is on at, when do you on regularly, Chris?
I'm usually on every morning, between 10:30 and 12:30.
10:30 and 12:30 every
Between
morning.
10:30 and 12:30, I usually go live for about an hour or so, 30 minutes to an hour. Longer if the people are coming in and we're having a good time, I'll go live a little longer ish.
Right.
Yeah.
Ish. Yeah,
Um,
ish.
ish.
I know. The show
So
starts at 9 ish.
9 ish. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then every single show that I perform, with the exception of some of the private shows,
Hmm.
I I stream. So you'll get to see me from Bill Street. You'll get to see me from places down here in Mrs. South Haven, the college area. Now I've been doing some Friday shows in
Oh,
the
nice.
University of Memphis area. So you get to see those shows on a regular basis every night. If you look at my schedule on my website, keyofcg.com, and if the start time is 7 o'clock, usually I'll go live at around 7 o'clock, or I'll go live an hour after. Um,
What's your website address?
keyofcg.com, KEYOFCG.com.
I, I think they made this more clickable now. Is that it? Key of CG.com? Did I write it
Key,
correctly down there? Oh, well,
Key,
let's see.
Gary Price is not Key of Georgia. Yes, that's right. That's correct. Key of
All
CG.
right, so now if you click on that, oh, but I still have to put the HTTP. I bet somebody else in the audience could do that. And wait, let me try it. Yeah, somebody else could do it. Let's see if it worked for Gary. No. Anyway, Kizzy might be able to figure that out. Or Chris can type it in there. He's probably done it before. Looks like Neil got it the right way this time. Let's see. Nope. Yeah. I think we have to do it internally here.
Yeah.
But hold on. This is the magic of live streaming. You can get distracted. Hold on, I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm copying, pasting,
It
Control
should be in
V. There we go. Oh, look at that. Wow, that is a handsome man on that website. Hang on a second. I think I can do it this time.
Did I ever play with Miss Biscuit Head? I did not. I never played with her, but yeah, she used to come into my streams all the time. She's a big blues fan. And in fact, gosh, Russell, he was the bass player for BB King for many of years. In fact, I just saw him in a documentary on BB King. Um, I was streaming live one of the blues during the blues competition. He was holding a clinic, and I streamed it, and she got really excited about seeing that. But no, I've never performed with her.
Oh, Coco Taylor just got me thinking about some of the Chicago women in blues up here. Uh, man, I wonder if is she still alive? Is she playing? I don't. She can't be playing out because if she's alive, she's got to be like 90 or something.
Hey
But
man, is that Bobby Rush? He's still going strong, and he's pushing that age.
right, that's true. Oh no, I'm not saying it's not possible. I just don't know. The state of Coco Taylor. I should actually. Illinois should be called the state of Coco Taylor. She is all about Chicago. The key of CG, that is your website,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a nice looking website there, Chris.
Thank you.
Very cool.
Did it myself.
Oh, well, there you go. Um, what is the coolest thing about being a musician?
The music.
The music. Come on
The
now. I
music,
want a
man.
little bit of, being a star,
Far from a star, man. Far from a star.
The girls. There you go, August, or the
No,
guys or whatever, you
no,
know.
no, 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 no.
No,
I
not
tell you,
he's doing it for the
I tell you,
music. That is
it is
pure
the
right
music.
there.
Man. When you are on stage and you are performing
Yeah.
and you're doing something and you get to get that out of body experience and you get to feel the music and you realize that that's you. That's a pretty cool feeling. That's a pretty cool feeling. You're feeling it in your fingers. You're feeling it pressed against your chest. You're feeling it with your ears. You're hearing it. It's you. It's yeah. That's the feeling. That's the feeling. And
Yeah.
then when you hear somebody else out there in the crowd applauding, or you see them enjoying it, then yeah, that's the music. The music.
I think that's a pretty darn good reason. I fetch, tote, and carried many, many, many thousands of pieces of gear in my day for bands and musicians, from friends' bands to being the operations manager for a sound company. But I've never, I'm not a musician. I've been on stage quite a few times in my life and enjoy it. So I know a bit about what the feeling's like, but I definitely know what it's like to feel a room, to read a room, to get that energy
Mm-hmm.
together. And that's all through the music. So yeah, that's a good answer. That's definitely a good answer. Now though, come on, there's got to be a little like, it's just pretty damn cool to be a musician. I mean, it's got to feel good. Oh,
Yeah.
look at him. He's going to be like, still the music. All right.
It really that's I know you want it to be some. I know a lot of people think it's this, or a lot of people think
Uh
it's
huh.
that, and maybe I'm an exception but that's where it is for me, man. And the fact that that I'm putting food on my table by doing something that I love, that's great. Also,
Right.
I get to do it, but
Yeah, that's magic.
when it comes right down to it, it's the music. When we close our eyes and we go into that place, we're there. It's the music. Eric Gales, my cousin, he plays, and he once mentioned that the Lord just takes over, and what comes from these fingers is the Lord's work, and that's exactly how it feels sometimes. It's the music. It's the music.
Now, you said that outer body experience, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's pretty groovy. Very groovy. What? Give us a tune, man. Again, somebody out there's got to remember to tell me to stop talking so we can listen to this man make some beautiful music.
The Shibby Fu song. It's called Dance with My Angel. She came to my world at the perfect time. I'd given up on all I had hoped to find. She took control of every string to my heart. When she's not around, it all seems just to fall apart. Things have gone from bad to worse. Oh, she appears and quenches my loving thirst. Go to bed with that sweet woman on my mind. 365, 24/7 is never enough time. Now I'm dancing with my angel, good from above. Dancing my angel, my sweet blessing of love. Dancing my angel, sweet and so fine. Damn, I love that woman, she is a one of a kind. God bless me when I think it will go bad. She bless me, never seems to be mine. We can talk about anything under the sun. Oh, it's risen again by the time we both are done. I go to bed with that sweet fine woman on my mind. 365, 24/7 is never enough time. Now I'm dancing with my angel, good from above. Dancing my angel, my sweet blessed love. That's my angel, sweet and so fine. Damn, I love that woman, she is a one of a kind. God bless me with her. Oh, and I thank him for that. She blessed me that sweet love with hers. They can sing sweet mind. Dancing my angel, good from above. Dancing my angel, my sweet blessing of love. Dancing my angel, sweet and so fine. Damn, I love that woman, she is a one of a kind. Woo!
Can't make that woo sound.
Woo!
No, I'm no singer. That was beautiful, man. Everybody loved it out there in the audience, and you just woo. There you go. There's a little woo.
Yeah.
I'm actually a little hoarse because there's a new song out on the in the on the interweb out there that is in the range of my horrible singing voice. So I was singing that thing all afternoon on repeat. It was a lot of fun. I love to sing. I know how joyous it is for all of us, and I can just imagine how joyous it is to perform, to sing for people. Has kind of been the theme of the whole night so far, but it's just felt that way to me, right? This connection with people.
Yes, definitely.
It gets you up every morning, I would imagine, and uh, as you go to sleep, you're probably anxious for the next day to play some more tunes. That guitar is probably always sitting in the corner going, uh, Chris, you could wake up and play right now,
One of about 15 of them, to be honest with you.
15 guitars. Wow. What's your favorite guitar?
My favorite guitar, actually, it is my PV Wolfgang. That's my favorite guitar. That is my workhorse as far as playing electric shows. And then I'm used playing my Taylor all the time, out and about live. Very seldom I bring this out in the house. And the reason being is because I don't want to bump it up against these tables and stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
try to keep it as pristine as possible. Um, but my Taylor for acoustic and my PV Wolfgang for electric.
PV Wolfgang. How old is that guitar?
My Wolfgang, it was one of the first Wolfgangs back early 2000s. It was just after Ernie Ball made their um, Van Halen versions, and
Mm.
then PV took over. And PV being a Mississippi company.
Mm. Nice. Nice. Wow. Eddie Van Halen. There's a guitarist. There was a great guitarist there.
hmm Yes, definitely. And he was definitely an influence of mine back in the very beginning.
Nice. That, yeah, got to know some Van Halen.
Yeah.
The, hmm, the process of writing a song is can be different for so many people. Um, is there a standard way a song comes to you, or can it just come from anywhere?
Anywhere, anywhere. Um, Used to, what I do is my looper here, it holds, God, it holds maybe 6 hours of music, but I don't use it like that. But what I do use it for sometime is when back in the day, actually before I started going streaming live, I'd just be on stage and there'd be very few people in there, and I'd just doodle around with a chord progression, and I'll record it on my looper, save it to my looper, and come back and visit it again later, and maybe put some words on top of it. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just solo on top of it, and
Hey,
that's
Sweet
that's
Pea,
that's my way of writing. What's up, Leslie?
great
How
to
you
see
doing?
you.
Good stream.
The yeah, covers. Um, like, what are some of your favorite covers? Top three.
Top three, top three covers. Good Day for the Blues. If Only by Dave Matthews. Um, Voodoo Child Electric.
Those are some there's some
Yeah,
variations on themes there. Oh my
yeah.
goodness. Yeah, I always like the balance of covers to original ratios, of for people, because it's hard for people sometimes to jump into a song, but if you have a cover or two in there that they recognize, and then that's probably a balance that everybody tries to do well.
The majority of mine are covers when I'm out and about playing.
Hmm.
The majority are covers. I have so few originals, to be honest with you. But the way I do covers in many cases has been altered so much that when I throw one of my originals in there without mentioning it as an original, nobody knows that it's a cover, that it's an original being thrown
That
in
it's an
there.
original.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, man, I just heard somebody do a cover recently. I'm trying to think what it was. But to do a cover and then to do a to make that cover your own and have people like it, that
Hmm.
is a monumental task. You know what I mean? Because I could sing like I don't know, some 80s girl group, you know what I mean? And maybe do
Yeah.
pretty well. But and it would try to make it sound exactly like they make it sound like. But put your own emphasis on it, even in, the in the way that you play the guitar and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure there's a lot of richness to mess around with there.
Yeah. Man, that question you asked me about the three top has changed just sitting here, man. It has. I didn't even mention "Wish You Were Here." The Joker. God,
Oh, the Joker,
the
Steve Miller.
Joker. Yeah,
Oh my God! Like, do you sing that song?
yeah,
You do?
yep.
Holy shit! Wow, I love that song.
Is that
That
a hint to
is
play it?
That is, you bet. That is definitely a song I will sing in the shower or unabashedly in the grocery store with my headphones on. So let's hear it done well, because I'm sure that lady in aisle 4 is still in pain from my rendition. So, ladies and gentlemen, Steve Miller
By request.
by what's that?
By request.
By request, Steve Miller, indeed.
Some people call me the space cowboy. Some call me gangsta love. But most people call me Chris Gales. Because that's the name my mom and dad gave me. People keep talking about me, baby. Yes. Said I'm doing you wrong, I'm doing you wrong. Don't you worry, there you go, you sweet fine woman. Cause I'm right here, baby, I'm right here. You see, I'm right here at home. Cause I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner. Play my music in the sun, oh yes. Cause I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight stroker. Sure don't wanna hurt no one. Woo, 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 woo. You're the finest thing that I ever did see. Oh yes you are, girl. I'm really digging your peaches. Why don't you let me shake your tree? Love you all the time. Ooh, you're a sweet fine woman. You know how can you show your damn good time? Cause I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, I'm a sinner. Play my music in the sun, oh yeah. Cause I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm I'm a midnight stroker. Oh, yes. I sure don't want to hurt no one. Woo, 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 woo. Oh, yes. Come on, take another little piece of my heart now, baby. Come on, take another little piece of my heart, my heart, my heart. Come on, take another little piece of my heart now, baby. Oh, you know you got it when I make you feel good. Oh, yes. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, yes. You're the finest, most delicious thing that I ever did see. Yes, you are, girl. I'm really digging your peach. Why don't you let me have a little taste from your tree? Love you all the time. Ooh, you're so fine, woman. You know I'm gonna show you a damn good time. Cause I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, I'm a sinner. Play my music, give me some. Oh yes, cause I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight stroker. Oh now, sure don't wanna hurt no one. Woo, woo, woo. Oh yeah. Baby, you're my angel, you're my darling angel. Girl, you're my friend when I'm in need. Oh, now, baby, yes. Girl, you're my angel, you're my darling angel. Closer than my peeps, you are to me. Oh, now, baby, I be stroking. Huh. That's what I be doing, you see, y'all. I be stroking to the east, stroking to the west. Woo! I can't hear you.
I'm talking and muted. Oh my God. Oh my God. I made it the whole show. The whole bloody show. And there we go. 1 hour and 2 minutes in, Mr. Mute. Yeah. All that really what I said was, wow, what the fucking amazing magic is coming from Mississippi right now. Fantastic. That was great. Somebody made a comment in there. Tell me that's not the best dang cover of that song you've ever heard. I got to tell you, it's a pretty damn good version of that cover of that song because I like that song a lot. That is one of my favorite songs.
Cool. Brother
Yeah.
Gary.
Yeah, that is really fun to see somebody riffing on that song because that is like 19, let's see, it'd be like 1980, 81, like middle school, like down at the arcade, the quarter arcade kind of place.
Yeah.
And just having left a friend's house, listening to that tune, and it's still in your head because we didn't have Walkman. Those were for rich kids,
Yeah. That's been that song has been a staple of my shows for years and years. Every live performing band I've been in, we've done a version of that, and I've always
Thank you,
done that
Neil.
Walkman.
73. I was 7, so I didn't probably get into Steve Miller for a couple more years, but too many more. My dad was in radio, in the advertising side of it, but we had albums and records out the yin yang there. So that was great. Steve Miller.
Yeah.
That'd be a dude to. Did you ever see him play out anywhere?
No. He did a show down here in South Haven a few years ago, but I didn't make it out to it.
Good music lasts a long, long time. It does indeed. Where does Chris Gale's go from here. What new things are in the offing for you?
Actually, man, what's really on my mind right now, and I was doing research on it, is updating my desktop so that I can do recording while streaming at the same time. I can
Okay.
record. I can do actually studio recording, studio work, some studio work,
Mm-hmm.
probably the mixing and maybe some tracking, and let my audience watch some of the process
Oh, that'd
on a
be
regular
nice.
basis. Yeah. Um, Doing that, getting that out. I'm trying to make it out to California and do some shows and stuff out there. And I want to do some day trips of places like Missouri. I can Missouri, Kentucky, all those places. I'd love to be able to hit those where I can just, pretty much do a day trip there and
Mm-hmm.
probably come back, that evening and do some shows like that for a while.
Well, he's a pretty good ways from Georgia, I would think.
No, that's about 6 hours.
Yeah, well, that's pretty good. that you can do that in a day, but that's a long day.
Yeah, I've done it before. I've done it before for jobs, but
Yeah, yeah. I mean, shit. Driving. Oh man, I miss those days in a lot of ways. I drive from Georgia to see Chris. There you go. There you
yeah, he
go.
sure did.
That's
Yeah, Gary Price sure did. Brought his lovely wife and his aunt. Was it your aunt or her aunt? Brought them up, and they came up and they saw me when I played the first time on at the Rum Boogie Cafe. Yeah,
very nice. Very very nice. What hmm I'm just trying to think. What do you want to take us out with? That I mean, you're gonna pick something, and then
let the audience
come.
pick. What do they want me to end
Oh,
with?
there you go. What do you? There you go. There you go. I like that. Engage the audience. That's actually like on a post-it note on my screen.
And speaking and
Engage
speaking
the
of
audience.
engaging the audience, when I was talking about me taking care of the people when I'm on a live show and me taking care of the people, there are members of my audience that come into my stream regularly and they have songs assigned to them. And when I see them come into the stream, I will play that song as soon as possible for them.
Oh, nice. I
So
like
that's the way
that.
for me to keep engaged with those that come in on a regular
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I think I'll take.
Joker.
Yeah. Exactly. There was some people call me this man. That just is a great song.
Yeah.
Um,
Mine wasn't as laid back as theirs, but you know.
no, it was great. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, let's see. Another original or Tennessee whiskey, says Brenda. Tennessee whiskey, says Gary
Very
Price.
nice. Gary is one of my sponsors, so I guess I'll do Tennessee whiskey.
Gary and Brenda get it there. Here we go.
Used to spend my nights out in the bar room. Liquor was the only love, oh, that I have known. Oh, but you rescued me, oh, from reaching for the bottle. brought me back to being too far gone. 'Cause you're smooth as Tennessee whiskey. Oh, you're sweet, oh yes you are sweet. Strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. And I stay stoned on your sweet sugar all the time. You know I search for love in all the same old places, but always found the bottom of the bottle. Oh, it was always dry. Oh, but you poured your heart out. Oh, and I did not, and I will not waste it. Oh, no, I didn't, and no, I wouldn't, no, no. 'Cause there is nothing like your sweet love. Nothing like your love to get me high. You're smooth as Tennessee whiskey. Oh, you're sweet, oh, yes, you are sweet. Strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. I stay stoned on that sweet sugar all the time. 'Cause you're smooth as Tennessee whiskey. Oh, you're sweet, oh yes you are sweet. Strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. I stay stoned on your love all the time. And I stay stoned on your love all the time. And I stay stoned on your love all the time. And I stay stoned on your sweet, sweet love all the time.
Well, Hell yeah. I'm not going to be muted for that one. Damn, dude, that was awesome. And I think our friend Gary Price said it, just a perfect song to end the night with. No one does that song as smooth as Chris. Great to see Eric Hypes in here. Haven't seen you for a while, man. Good to see you.
Yeah, I know.
And
I saw him earlier. Good to see you, Eric.
yeah, we've had a nice loyal group of Chris Gale fans here, and it's really nice to see that happening on Haps. This was wow. This was just, this was a joy, my friend. This was great. This is a long time coming. You know, we've known each other on here far too long to have waited this long. So we'll make sure the next one isn't that long.
I know, man. True that. It's been a pleasure
Yeah.
being here. Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, thank you, Chris. It's been just so great to have you here and to be able to do this and hang out with everybody out there in the audience. Just a great broadcast for sure. If Chris Gales is involved, it's going to be a great broadcast. And I just feel lucky to know you. All other things aside, it's just great to make connections.
Thank you so much, man. Same here, brother.
Very cool, Chris Gales, everybody. Just follow him if you're not following him, and turn on those alerts, and make sure when he's playing, you're there. Look, before we go quickly, I sound like Jeff Goldblum there for a second. Scooch Case. Oh, there, the phone turned off. Scooch Case, scoochcase.com. Buy their cases, send them an email, tell them you love Scooch Case, and I pointed you in their direction. So please do that for me. Chris, we will definitely do this again soon. Maybe I'll try to pop by one morning around breakfast time or something and say hi as well.
Please do, man. Please do. Love to have you.
That'd be awesome. I would enjoy that. I will put that on my. I will remind myself to remind me about that, because that will be fun. And where are you playing for real in person next?
In person and streaming, you will catch
Yes.
me Thursday night at the Mesquite Chop House from 6 to 9. Friday, I will be on Beale Street from 4 to 7 at the Rum Boogie Cafe. And then from 8:30 that night till 12:30 the next morning, I will be at Newbies. And then Saturday and Sunday, I'll be back at the Rum Boogie from 12 to 4 both days.
And sleeping somewhere in between.
Somewhere in between.
That is awesome. That's just been it's just been a blast, and Memphis is definitely 100% on my list of places I want to go to meet somebody I know from Haps. I've been actually seeing some of these, little, they're not reunions, but whatever, right? Whatever's happening here with some people lately on Instagram and stuff, and it's just great. And everybody, get the damn vaccine, people, because I want to be able to see people like Chris for real and go down and enjoy Beale Street. I've never been down there, so that'd be a lot of fun.
Come on.
Hey, it's on my, hey, we could broadcast live together. That'd be fantastic too.
Hey,
so
yeah, actually, when Gary's there, he broadcast, and the audience had a different angle. They got to see what I was streaming, and I had somebody that came in and they were able to show what he was streaming, so they got to see the show from both angles.
Oh, I like that. Oh, that's very cool. Very cool. Well, everybody out there, thank you so much for being with us tonight. Tell all your friends about this great musician and this great guy, August, Joy, and Chris, for giving us some awards there tonight. Much appreciated. And Wednesday night, we have got a big, fun lineup. On Wednesday night, we have David Newman, Malik Yusuf, and Dr. Dominic McBride, my good friend of mine. And I think we're going to have a great program for the big interview on Wednesday night. Check Chris's website there. Thank you, Brenda, for putting that up there. And we'll see you all on Wednesday. Thanks again, Chris. Been a blast.
Thank you. It sure has.
Yeah, it has very much. All right, everybody. Peace be with you and namaste.